Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 43 reps. 60 reps. 60 reps. Cut.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep getting
touchdown, Carolina. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
And a first carry now for Hyde. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
40 yards rushing for him now on his first 2 carries of the ball game. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
Now Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not. And he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. So on fourth down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly,
touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
but you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Hey, easy, route.
Lawrence. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Big strides. Look at him go. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true. But last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Panthers first down. We have 11 on the play. And the Panthers.
Gibbs straight ahead. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 79 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Striker, 3-3. Ready.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down and 10. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Carolina.
50, green. Blue striker. Field, black. Green jack.
Looking to throw. Now he'll take this and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Fight, 60. Ready.
Gibbs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
Yeah, they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Panthers have recovered. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now he's going to under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Here we go. Yellow, 43 rail, check.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
For the extra point.
A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Bengals 10.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Ready.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
35. Bengals 17.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Hey, Rob, go, let's go. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Complete here. It's high. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it is caught. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
30-yard line.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red.
Back to throw again. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
Second and 10.
Blue striker.
This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
22, Bengals 24.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, John, this is hot.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Let's go now. Black 40. Real green.
2nd and 2. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Ready?
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and he moves the chains.
But not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another first down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
At the 26-yard line.
Think right. Hey, go. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards.
At the 22-yard line.
Chill. Rip, 23. 11.
Here's Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
The 42-yard line.
60 red. 60 red. Red. Hey, go Fury. Edo blue.
They'll look to throw now on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Ready. 22 needle. 10 front. Strike.
They'll look to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one is right through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hey, tomato, 13, sink right.
Now Lawrence. He's going to let it go again. And got his man complete. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Bengals 31. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes left side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Come on, set. Ready?
Now back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards to go, second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Right. You don't move.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 202 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Here we go. Here we go. Cut.
They get this in left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Quentin Johnston from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Bengals drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Got it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Here we go.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. There he goes again. Inside the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 72 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, Jim, 11. Red.
They'll give to Hyde out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Panthers have recovered. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 1st down, a run with Hyde. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
11.
The Bengals, first down.
They go play action with Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
36-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, lie. Take right open. Son.
On play action, Lawrence. On the RPO, Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Panthers have recovered. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Here we go. Yellow, 43.
Looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
But even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why this...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jameer Gibbs with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Hey, I'm gun.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
50-yard line.
Go. 11. Red on red. Darn, this one's hot. Silver.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Looking deep here for Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got him in, complete. Through the middle of the field. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They go play action here on first down. Outright, here's Erickson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Yellow, 22.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Joshua on for the extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bengals 52.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now the rookie's free. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Panthers 80. Bengals 59. Evan McPherson.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got me awfully happy with their execution overall.
32. Strike 2.
In motion right is Johnston. They'll look to throw here on first down. Catch made. Erickson over the middle. He's still on his feet. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Lisa 24.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Red on red.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gillespie. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. Gillespie. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Hey, go, go.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Hey, here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gillespie. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
See? All right, let's go. 13 loop. Hey, Soko's a hut.
Now Lawrence to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Hey, I'm gun on red. 11. Hey, Ginger. Go.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
66. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go.
CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Here we go. 45. Right.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.